Hi everyone. Let's start today with the text Chemical Happiness and the Meaning of Life by Yuval Noah Harari. I hope you've already listened to my first video, the introduction to this passage. Let's look into the text today. Social scientists distribute subjective well-being questionnaires and correlate the results with socio-economic factors such as wealth and political freedom. Biologists use the same questionnaires but correlate the answers given by them with biochemical and genetic factors. In this opening paragraph, Harari actually talks about two different set of experts. There are the social scientists, that are the sociologists, who try to measure the level of happiness in people by giving them questionnaires and analyzing the answers which they have given. They look at the answers and they try to relate the factors such as wealth and political freedom, all these socio-economic factors, with the level of happiness that these people have. That is, if a person is wealthy, if a person is rich, that person is happy. If the person has political freedom, that person is happy. That's how social scientists see them. But biologists, they use the same questionnaire, maybe they ask the same questions, and from the answers which they get, they actually try to relate this happiness with what is happening inside the people. The biochemical reactions that's going on, all the substances that are there inside the body of these people. So they relate it to biochemicals and also to genetic factors like the genetic predisposition which these people have inherited from their parents. If you read the second paragraph, you'll see how evolution has shaped our mental well-being. Our mental world or our emotional world is governed by biochemical mechanisms. It is not actually determined by external parameters like money or political freedom or anything of that sort. Here, Harari says that it is determined by a complex system of nerves, neurons, synapses, and various biochemical substances such as serotonin, dopamine, and oxytocin. Nerves, neurons, synapses, these are all parts of our nervous system which we would have already studied in your biology classes, and these various biochemical substances, serotonin, dopamine, oxytocin, these are chemical substances, biochemical substances and hormones which are related to favorable, pleasant feelings in human beings. In the third paragraph, we see that it is not winning a lottery or buying a house or getting a promotion or even finding true love that makes people happy. It is pleasant sensations in the body which is caused by the hormones that are coursing through our bloodstream, or maybe the electric signals that are flashing between different parts of the brain. So, of course, these hormones are triggered by these factors that happens outside, but Harari chooses to focus on the various reactions and various chemicals that are there inside our body which is actually creating the pleasant feelings that we equate to happiness. As we saw earlier, evolution has put in place a biochemical mechanism which dictates how our mental states are. Unfortunately, we see in this paragraph that our internal biochemical system are programmed in such a way to keep happiness levels relatively constant. It means that there's no natural selection for happiness, he says. It means that a happy hermit or a person who is happy cannot actually have children who are happy and their children will be happy and their children will be happy. What happens is that maybe in the next generation there are a pair of anxious parents who stop this line of happiness. Happiness is not a dominant trait which is inherited by people again and again from generation to generation. Like how natural selection is a key mechanism of evolution where we talk about how traits are inherited from one generation to another. So some dominant traits are inherited, like we lost our tail and we've become human beings. And it's not the case with happiness, where you keep happiness, and if you have a gene which makes you miserable, that gene is mutated and it just goes away, and you have happiness keep going on from generation to generation. That does not happen. So you have generations where some people are happy and some people are miserable at most times. So you find that it's only a momentary rush of pleasant sensations, and it does not last forever. That's what momentary means. It's only there for a moment. It does not last. This pleasant feeling just goes away, and then you have unpleasant feelings coming up too. So for instance, evolution provided pleasant feelings to males as a result of sex. This ensures that reproduction, and as a result, the human race goes on. But if the orgasm, that is the pleasure from that one act of sex, lasted forever, these happy males would all die because they are perfectly satisfied in their current state of happiness. They will not look for food or fertile females to propagate the race. So you see, it's only desirable that these pleasant feelings subside, that is, reduce, and give place to unpleasant sensations